Welcome to another episode of Johnny Talks Football. In today's episode, I recap Week 7, make my top 4 selections if the playoffs started right now, along with my first 2 out, next 2 out, and following 2 out. I went way too far on that. And my Week 8 predictions. So let's get started by wrapping up some of the games that we watched on Saturday. Michigan and Michigan State. In 2 words, just wow. That was probably one of the greatest innings I've ever seen in college football. I mean, all Michigan had to do was punt the football away, and they would have beaten Michigan State and would have climbed up to probably maybe 7th. But you can't really blame the punter for that because football is a team game. Football is a team effort. It's not an individual performance. It's based on how a team performs. That's why I think the Heisman is so stupid to have, because it just symbolizes an individual, not a whole team. Florida and LSU. Wow. The Mad Hatter striked again. Fake field goal in the 4th quarter during a tie game. That was just an impressive play. But although I got to give credit to Florida, they hung in there almost the entire game. Because I really thought LSU was going to handle it easily. But I was wrong. Texas A&M, Alabama. Alabama's defense is just too good. I mean, A&M lost and they just got to move on from it. There's still plenty of time in the season, but it's going to be hard. Anyway, let's now go over my rankings. At number 1, I have, of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 2, I have the Utah Utes. Even though they struggled a little bit against Arizona State, they dominated the 4th quarter. At number 3, I have LSU, because they've had more convincing wins than probably the teams coming up. Like at number 4, the Baylor Bears. Now my first 2 out, at number 5, I have Clemson. And at number 6, I have TCU. Now my next 2 out after that, at number 7, I have Michigan State. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, Michigan State should have not won on Saturday, and they struggled against the teams in the week before, like Rutgers and Purdue and Central Michigan. I mean, sorry, not sorry. They just had to beat Ohio State to win me back over. Number 8, I have Alabama. Now, the reason why that is, if you remember weeks ago, I said in order for Alabama to make the playoff, they'd have to win out and have Ole Miss lose twice. Well, one of those things already happened. Ole Miss lost to Memphis. And basically why they're number 8 is because if it came down to it, would the committee still accept Alabama in the top 4? Even though their one loss would be to Ole Miss, who they've already lost to Florida, who's probably mediocre now, or could be in the upcoming weeks, and Memphis, who probably could not compete with any of these teams in the ranking, in at least the top 10 or 12. My following 2 out at number 9 and number 10, I have Stanford and Iowa. Now with Stanford, they lost to Northwestern. Northwestern's looked bad the last couple of weeks, only scoring a total of 10 points in the last 2 games. And Iowa, they have to go undefeated in order for them to go to the playoff, I think. Enough with the rankings, let's get to the Week 8 predictions. Now, I don't really have good matchups this week, so I just got to make the best out of what we got. So, Thursday night, California, UCLA. I like California to win that one. I like California's quarterback, Jared Goff, to make a lot of great passes. I think UCLA is just going down a bad hill. Kansas State and Texas. I like Texas to win this one. It's at Texas, and I think Kansas State is just following the same trail as UCLA is, just going down. Clemson and Miami, Florida. I like Clemson to win this one, but do not count out Al Golden and those Hurricanes. I actually think this is going to be close. I like Clemson to only pick up a 31-27 victory. Now, Northwestern, Nebraska. I mean, I thought Nebraska was going to have a promising season, but it's kind of the opposite. I mean, Nebraska is 0-2 this season when I picked them on the show, so let's see what happens when I don't. So I'm going to pick Northwestern. Texas A&M at Ole Miss. Again, I'm an A&M fan, but this is just business. I like Ole Miss to win this one 28-14, simply because Kyle Allen is going to start at quarterback, and I don't know how that's going to go down. Number 3, Utah and USC. I like Utah to handle this one, but probably not as easy as you would think. I like Utah to win, but probably by only 13 points. Don't be surprised if USC is only down by like 3 at some point, or if they're in fact leading at some point. Now the final game I'm going to recap is Washington and Stanford. I like Stanford to win this one by about 17 points. I think Stanford's running game is going to be too good for Washington to stop. I like Stanford in that one. Anyway, thank you for watching. I know I have some loyal viewers out there, although I think it's just the same 10 people watching it about 6 or 7 times. But with that, I thank you, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.